Today I'm going to start on a project that I normally was going to wait until springtime to do. The last few days has been really cold, but now it's warming up a little bit. I'll go take a look at the thermometer over here and see what we've got. I can only work for a couple hours today, but I want to get started on this project. Let's go take a look at the thermometer first and see what temperature is today. Well, it's about 40 degrees. It's supposed to be about 45 today. You know, I can work in this temperature as long as it isn't windy. This is the project I want to work on. I picked up some more 2x4s. I think I got about 25 there. Most of them are 48 inches long. And there are a couple of like 44 inches long. They're cut-offs for 51 cents a piece from Home Depot. What I want to do, we're going to do this a little different than what I was originally going to do, only because of the money. We're going to come up here, the length of these 2x4s to 48 inches. We're going to come up here. This will be a 4-foot wide doorway. 4 foot high. This is not meant to walk in like this one. This is not meant to be a walk-in shed. It's only going to be for storage. But what I want to do is I want to make this about 6 foot tall. The problem is blending it into this roof over here. But that's going to have to be a springtime project. Right now I want to build the walls to the length of these 2x4s, which is 48 inches. This particular one might be a couple inches longer. Well, it's going to be up here like this. I'll find the shorter pieces and cut them so that when I make the wall for here, it'll be 48 inches. This particular wall is going to come out to here because I need from this space here, right here, all the way over to here for the door entrance. A little breezy today, but not too bad. The reason it's being built this way is because these pieces of wood are no longer than 48 inches. So what I'm going to be doing, as I said, the walls are going to come up 48 inches. Now that's going to be a low shed, but when I acquire more wood, I'm going to build it up 2 more feet. I'm going to cut this overhang off. She's going to come over so for 6 foot. So for now it's going to be 48 inches high, and it'll be temporarily covered with a tarpaulin so that this OSB board here will stay dry as I can get it, because I don't want the damn stuff to swell up anymore. Right now it's good, but I don't want that stuff to get bad. That's the old door from the inside of this shed here that I took off last year. There'll be a 48 inch high wall all the way around with a 4 foot wide doorway. The doorway itself is only going to be 48 inches high, so what I got to do is to literally, there'll be no stairs here, literally get in there and store stuff, but once I'm inside I can stand up because it will be 6 foot high. Well, folks, this is what I've done yesterday, not on video of course. 4 feet high, as I said, and it's going to go another 2 feet high. And the reason this is 4 feet, as I said before, is the wood is only 48 inches, sometimes 44 inches. So it's you have to work with what we got. Some of the 2x4s are a little twisted over there, so we're going to put another sister up, another one over there. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be putting up sill on the top of this, because these are joined together and I want them good and strong. So we picked up some more wood, 2x4s today, a little longer. They happen to be a little longer than 48, a couple of them anyways. And we're going to just assist them on. But we're going to do something different for them. Well, I still had a little bit left on my gift cards, so I picked up this. 3.5 inch palm nailer. Never used one before, but with my luck with bending nails over and having to pre-drill everything, I'm going to try using this today on my new compressor. So with my royal mess here, I'm going to get the compressor out, open up the box for the palm nailer, and get ready to use it, or at least try to use it and see how it works out on the nailing on that project of the Shed Edition. As a side note, Harbor Freight has one for $24.99, but they're on back order. Regular, I don't know, $30, $35, whatever, but then you have to pay shipping. And they claim it'll hold up to a 4.5 inch nail, but you know, I think Ridgid they told me is guaranteed for life. It's a better product. I didn't really want to spend $69 for it, but since I had the gift cards, I did. So we're going to try that out, because my experience with banging in nails, you know, difficult at my age now, trying to bang in a 16 nail. We're going to bring out the compressor. We're going to get it full of air, and we're going to get started on this. If you'd like to watch, go ahead. Oh, by the way, this is supposed to be a project that was supposed to have been done in the springtime, but because we got mild weather like 40 degrees, I can work in 40 degrees as long as it's windy. I figured I might as well get this up. Yesterday was a beautiful day and I accomplished all this. That's not much less I have to do in the springtime. I won't be able to do the roof or anything until the springtime, because first of all I got to get more wood, and second of all, this weather isn't going to hold out all that long. Well, enough of my flapping of my ugly gums. I think I better stop now so that you can watch me do some work. Over here, it's number 12s. We want to put a cap on this to go. I'm going to take this like a 2x4 here, which I just picked up at Home Depot. We're going to lay a cap on that. So what that'll do is it'll reinforce this. See the flexing in here? It's not moving here, it's moving right here. Well, that's a union there, so we're gonna try the palm nailer in here. If it don't work out, it don't work out. I still think I gotta probably pre-drill in order to use the palm nailer too, but we're gonna try it. So what we're gonna do is we'll try a piece here, then we'll try another piece here, and we'll nail it here and here, and that'll strengthen it up, and then we'll come out here and do the same thing here all the way through. Some of this wood was warped, it's bowed. I should have been a little more careful selecting this piece in here to do that, but it's bowed. But we're going to put another one right here, right next to it, if I got enough wood. And in the springtime, we'll bring it up another 2 feet and we'll deal with the roof. But right now, we'll work with this for now, because we had some good weather. Alright, we're bringing this out. We're going to plug it in and charge it up. This will be a first now in the video. I've never used a palm nailer before. And I have used brad nailers. Naturally, we're not using a brad nailer on this project. So, let's just see. Alright, I'm going to charge this up now. I had to run it on an extension cord, but it's a heavy cord, so it should be okay. And we're going to charge it. We're going to get the palm. We're going to charge this. We're going to get the palm nailer out of the box. Alright. Oh, wow. That is fancy. Holy mackerel. I bet your Harbor Freight don't give you a case like this. Oh. That's the cat's meow right there. They give you a little oil. That's good. Although I've got the oil for these things anyways. Put a few drops of oil in it, as they came with a little oil. So I just put a few drops in. Alright. That's all she takes. Nice little case. I like this case. Okay, now we're going to try it out on a sample piece of wood before we go out and do the actual thing. So we're going to try it down here on the ground, on the platform actually, over here. You follow the old goat over here, and now she's telling you to start it at 50 to 55 pounds. So first of all, we connect the tool up, and then we turn on the air pressure. She's on, okay. Apparently she becomes energized when you push in on it like that. You know what? We'll have to stop the recording a minute. I got to get a nail. Go all the way. We're going to go to use a 16. That's a 3.5-inch nail. According to the thing that's supposed to take it. We're not using 16s up here though. We're using 12s. But I just want to check it out. So we're going to try it right over here. Let's see if this has got a magnet in it. It does. Okay, we got to put this up to 50 to 55 pounds. Alright, it says it's supposed to do that. $55. Here we go. This is the first for me too. Really in the way here. It's not doing too good, is it? I'm not sure. I read this embossed pictures on here. Yeah, not too impressed with this at all. Seems like when you push it down hard, it doesn't want to do anything. You got to let it put easy pressure on. Up to 75 pounds. I think it takes up to, I think it's saying 100 max. Now these are 16 anyways. It's grabbing, but you know. I don't know why. It should be able to press down hard on that, and it should keep on going. If you gently touch it, it'll hammer, but... Well, this is a 16. Okay. We're going to take it off for now. We're going to put the 12s in here and do it with the 12s and see, because that's what we're using up here. Seems like it have a little more oomph in there. The weight of the tool, anything more than that, hey, disappointed in this. I can... Starts the nail, not straight, of course. Of course, I didn't pre-drill this. I don't know where I'm supposed to be with this thing. Push hard, it doesn't do anything. You got to just gently touch it. How the hell can you nail that? That's ridiculous. Okay. Alright, I pre-drilled this nail a little bit, and we'll try it this way. Should be able to push this and really have it still hammer away. This, I have no idea. I can't read these things on here. I'm just trying all settings here. This is ridiculous. I'll be here all year doing this. Just a toy, that's all they are. I tried every setting on this. The nail is still sticking up in the air over here. I'll be here all year doing it with this stupid thing. Go back to the hammer and nail. This is a toy, that's all it is. It's a $79 toy. Look at this. I pre-drilled this. It's ridiculous. I gotta bang it in with my hammer. The only thing it's good for is starting a nail. For Christ's sakes, I can drill it, pre-drill. That starts my nails. You know, without a professional framing nailer, which this compressor would never run, and I'm not gonna spend for that kind of, you know, hundreds of dollars. That's ridiculous. Don't need it. I'll just go back the old-fashioned way of nailing. I thought that buying a Ridgid product would be good. So we're gonna finish nailing this thing by hand. Can't beat the old-fashioned way. Of course, I'm holding the camera too. Alright, we got to get working on this thing. I got some more wood I'm going to put up here. I got to put a piece from here over to here, because I want to cover this union here, this junction I should say, and then we'll put another piece going across, covering this union here, or junction, and you know, could end somewhere around here, depending on the length of wood that I'm using. I mean, I could go out and buy full length 2x4s. The idea of this is I'm trying to save money. But boy, I'll tell you, save money by buying toy tools. So, I've tried everything. You're supposed to be able to press down hard on that thing and it drives it in. You got to leave the thing just literally lay on the top of the nail, and the weight of that tool is probably a couple of pounds or so. You can't drill that. You can't drive that nail in with that little bit of a pressure. You can do better with a hammer. We're doing it the old-fashioned way, the way I've been doing it all my life. Pre-drill and nail it. This is why I wanted a nailer. I can't see the damn nail. Of course, I'm working. I should be standing on something too. These are only number 12s. I shouldn't be having a lot of problems driving them in. I'd never get them in if I didn't pre-drill them. Never. Alright, now you see what, if you take a look over here, you see what I did. The space, there's a union here, so I put a continuous piece over here. And there was a union right here. Alright, well, there's a continuous piece over here, so this is kind of like a header. It sounds like I'm wasting a lot of wood, and I probably am, but you got to remember, a 2x4, 8-foot length, costs about $2.50 at least. I get these 50 cents a piece. This happens to be a pressure treated. I take what I can get. This is the pressure treated here. And we got the same situation. If you take a look over here, we got a union here. So we got the union right straight across here. And we're going to have to pull that over, because this is actually going to keep this whole thing straight. So if it's cockeyed at all, it'll be pulled straight with the top 2x4, which we're going to pre-drill in the first piece, of course. And pull this over. We just got to start it and make sure it's lined up. Okay, she's straight. She's in. Now you see that wall is already rigid. Speaking of rigid, that's the name of that tool that I'm going to be taking back to Home Depot today. I hate to, but I don't want toys. I want real tools. Real tools. Okay, every time I go to Home Depot, I pick up another piece of wood if they have it. Well, here's another. They cut them, there's 48 inches of course. They cut them 24 inches. Some of them are cut 23, but most all of them I've gotten a 24. So what I had done here is I purposely set these joists at 24 inch on center. So when I put this here, she's going to be half lapped over here, and the next one will go here like that. This just happens to be, because I'm putting two different pieces in here, but that's alright, extra studding won't hurt. So there's going to be some 2x4s that I'm going to have to, this is 24 here, so this will be a nailer, okay, in addition to that. And then there'll be a little piece here. So this is the way we do it. We have to work with the wood that we can get on sale. And if you come over here, okay, this has got a bow in it. This is where the door is. So what I'm going to do, I'm not using this piece, but I'm using it as a demo, because it's a little too short. I'm just going to sister up another one here. You see there's a big gap here? Alright. And so, unfortunately, the door isn't going to be 48 inches. It's going to be a little less. I don't really need a 48-inch wide door. The reason I wanted a 48 originally is because I had two 3/4 inch 4 by 2 foot plywood that I was going to make the door out of. So I can just cut it down a little bit. This will enable me to get large objects in here. And naturally, there's going to be standing room in here. It's going to be 6 foot up. Next year, I'm going to add the top to this. But this will allow me to get large things that I have in the screen house that I want to put in here. And there'll be no step. The item will just be picked up and put in here. Stuff that I normally keep in the screen house. So that's what we're going to do. We'll work on that. But we want to finish. Now, if you take a look over here, we're not using necessarily this piece, but we'll use the longest we can. We have to sister up this to this. That keeps these tied together stronger. There's a little warp in here, and this is up in the air a little bit. We're going to try to drive that down. If we can't, we're going to hammer the nail down, way down deep, and we're going to take the power planer and plane it down so I can put this piece in so it'll sit flush. You get the method to my madness? I hope so. Okay. You're asking me what this is? This is just a support to keep this thing from bouncing when I'm banging nails in. This is not to stay in there. I want a almost 4 foot wide door. This is just in there so I can nail on this good and solid. Just nail it here. I'll remove it after. Otherwise this would be bouncing up and down like a yo-yo if I didn't put that in there. These are all pre-drilled, of course, like always. So much better when you got to get these nails driven in good. Okay. That's all. That's all that is. Now, see, I cleaned it up a little bit here. Not perfect. Drive that nail in a little bit here with a nail drip punch. And that's it. Unfortunately, we got a little bit of nailing coming through here. All I'm going to do is take the hacksaw and cut these off. You don't want to hit. Well, I'm going to be laying it, sitting on this and crawling in anyways. But still in all, we want to take those out of there. Now all I got to do is put a piece from here to here, and another piece from here to here. And then the top will be done. And then in the springtime, this project is basically all I'm going to be doing on this project until springtime, because I know the weather isn't going to stay that way. And we're going to come up another 2 feet after we take this overhang and cut it back. We're going to come up 2 feet, and then I got to decide what kind of roof I'm going to put on it. I have to have some kind of pitch on it. The problem is we're going to have to put a lot of flashing or something in between these 2 roofs, because building this up to 2 inches, like I had mentioned before in one of my videos, it's still going to be much lower than the height of this roof here. But I don't want to make a roof that I'm going to be like this. Bang! I don't want that. So I'm going to make it 6 foot. Okay. Alright. Insisted up another piece here because of this bow. If you come over here and take a look, you'll see what I'm talking about on the bow. I really should have been more careful selecting my wood as far as putting the verticals in on the doorway. So what we're doing here is we got a tight fit in here. This happens to be pressure treated, but it's no big deal. We're going to put a couple nails in here first, and then we're going to nail them and try to. I don't care about drawing this in because the plywood is going to cover right up to here anyways. And this will be the point where the hinges will be anyhow. So this will give me an extra place to screw in for hinges. So what we're going to do is haul my ugly goat ass up here and pre-drill down in 2 places for the nails. Once we get this done, then I can continue with this piece over here. Makes it a lot easier to do it that way than to put this on and then have to use a big number 16 or even a number 20, and I don't want to deal with them big ass nails. I don't do too good with big ass nails. I don't do too good at all. Okay, now we'll put a nail on the bottom. We'll bring this in, but we're not gonna go crazy with this because we don't want to pull this in and make that work. So you know what? We'll just probably nail at the bottom here. Get my drill, my nails, and get my ass over here. And we're gonna put one right here. Put another one here. Sure. I knew it. That's why we don't bang them all the way in until we're flushed out. Okay. We're flushed out. Another one over here. Damn eyesight. Can't see the damn nail head. Okay. We're alright. We don't have to put anything in here. Plywood's coming over that. You know what I mean? Okay, now we're going to just cut a piece from here and put it here, and we're done for the day. Because that's all the wood we got. We can't go any higher right now until we get more wood. Okay. I'm going to finish up nailing this here piece. And that's going to be it. Makes it good and solid, and it brings everything together. Good and square. That's all I can do. The siding will get done in the springtime, and the top frame for the roof will get done in the springtime because I have to cut this out, and I don't want to do that until I'm ready to do the roof and everything because we're going to have water inside the building. Because they're going to flush cut this right over here, and then the roof will cut, the wall will come up here, and then I'm going to have to figure some kind of a flashing or something to put in there. And then buy some rolled roofing, which is very expensive. So, everyone, that's it. I'm going to take that Ridgid toy back to Home Depot, get my credit back on the gift card or however they do it. We'll see you in the spring on this project. Unless something comes up that I get a whole bunch of wood and the weather stays like it is now. But I know it won't. Good day, everyone. Thank you for watching.